honestly, quite doo-doo. Definitely something getting passed around and everyone's gonna get, it looks so delicious, you know? And a Ouija board until the very last moment when I let my guard down. And what is going on with their TikTok? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is day 2 of the Halloween event, and let's see what showed up last night. So I did take a nap session yesterday. It was a lengthy 4-hour nap, just so that I get all the bonuses of the double candy happening on the first sleep session. And everything was looking good in terms of like energy management. I woke up, my Pokemon woke up today with full energy, so that was good. But I did not get to catch the Mimikyu I wanted to catch. I used an incense and I used a friend incense, and 3 of the Pokemon showed up hungry, and none of them were Mimikyus that were hungry. So a little bit bummed about that. I had to use a premium biscuit on the Mimikyu, and then I decided to use a great biscuit that I had laying around for quite some time. It was a big hit, so I got 9 ticks off that, and then it got full, so now it's out in the wild. I didn't use any incense for my night sleep session, so let's see what shows up. We see a Sprigatito there. What else is, oh my god, the Drifloon! I finally get the chance to catch that Drifloon. And we had the Halloween Pikachu as well. And a Ghastly, which is nice, since it's been a while since I've seen Ghastly as well. Since I haven't been to Topalo in quite some time, right? I just had to clear my throat. I just got in a bit of a coughing fit because the drier months are always so bad on my body. But I do not have a premium biscuit, a bonus biscuit. So this is looking a little not good. Let's see if we're gonna be lucky with catching this Drifloon. And you know what? I think I'm gonna stop with the naps because I don't know, I feel like I kind of enjoy the long night sessions and then waking up and doing that with you guys. Also because I get the premium biscuit that I could use when recording with you guys. So my nap idea was a one and done thing. Oh look, it clapped his hands with its little feelers on the bottom. Okay, let's hope that that was good. I'm also going to throw a Poke Biscuit at this Pikachu, and that's going to be it. I'm not going to try to catch it. I feel like Halloween Hat Pikachu I'm never going to use. It's good to have as a collection type of thing, but I'm in no rush, you know? So that ends it for this sleep session. I can't wait to see whether or not this is any good. I am so jealous of Fabian's Drifloon that he evolved into a Drifblim. And I find Drifblim's design is really pretty. Like really sick. Alright, it is a skill Pokemon. Double Oil. And skill trigger, inventory up L. Berry finding, inventory up S, and ingredient finder. It's EXP up, energy down, so honestly, quite doo-doo. No! But it is our first time catching one, which I'll take that. So I was able to hit Master 1. We're making some good progress. Not as quick as I would anticipate, but we're doing well. Also, my Skeledirge here is so quick at farming apples. I'm quickly running out of space and I'm getting a little worried. I also forgot that I had a pincer that I've used in the past to collect honeys, simply because it's been so long since I've had a dessert week. Then I also realized, of course it would make sense that for Halloween it's dessert locked for everyone. So that kind of just flew over my head. This morning it triggered the special animation, the I forgot what the term they use it, but there's 2 variations of the skill if it gets triggered. And once you trigger the bigger one, you can't. It won't be re-triggered unless you take a long sleep session. But I saw the moon thing happening with Orion, so that was really neat to see. And I've yet to make any critical dishes either, so that is a little bit of a bummer. I don't want to swap out my Skeledirge because it does have berry finding, even though it's collecting so much apples. But sneaky snacking was pretty good. Last night was 10k. Pretty good for me. And I want to keep my Orion as well since it's a dark type. It isn't berry finding until level 50. And I'm just like, should I invest it just to unlock the berries at level 50? Because I've been sitting on these Eevee candies for quite some time. So they could be going to something, but they're just sitting around instead of being useful, right? So I don't know, maybe I'll do it. But let's see what luck brings us today. A handy candy, not bad. I feel like tempted, you know? Because I do have quite the amount of diamonds that I've been collecting. And there have been instances for events where I have redeemed it. I think once for the legendary dog event, because I really wanted to clear out the shop, so I took the bundle that gave me some main. All of them gave main, but I just got the one that gave me just enough main. Now let me show you guys what I caught because I realized yesterday I didn't do that. So these are my power plant catches. You see the shinx, it's triple tomatoes, but I don't know, you know? It's an ingredient finding Pokemon, well, ingredient type. We got triple tomatoes, we got skill trigger S&M, which is pretty nice because of its main skill. Helping speed S, ingredient finder S, and inventory up L. I started this because I was thinking maybe this will be the one that I will invest in. So I think I'm done with my Shinx hunt, although it was not the one I wanted to hunt at Old Gold Power Plant. And then we got our Sprigatito. I believe we caught this one together on video, but I don't need this one. And then we got another Shinx here, main skill chance down, energy recovery up. It is tomatoes and oils, and it's skill level up S and M. As for this one, which is skill trigger, so less resources to level up the skill, but main skill chance down. Ingredient finder M is pretty late. We got inventory up S and then skill trigger M at the very end, although it is not a mono ingredient tier list. So the other one would be the one that I wouldn't want to invest in. I caught this Ghastly just because I forgot why. I think it was just like laying around and I had nothing else to throw cookies at, so I got it. But I already have a good Gengar. And then I'm still on the hunt for a good Grubbin because I want to have a good mono coffee ingredient Pokemon. But as you can see, it is honey on the last slot. And it's also ingredient finding down, which is pretty sad. We have ingredient finding coming at level 100, but level 100 isn't even unlocked in the game yet. So there's that to consider. This is ingredient finding down for an ingredient finding Pokemon, and it's an entirely mixed tier list. The Quaxly that I invested in has double leaks, so this was also caught because there was nothing else spawned, and it was like the last thing to get caught. We got an Igglybuff. I don't need this either because I have a good Wigglytuff. And then the Drifloon that we caught today, which was kinda doo-doo. I find it cute that it's a corn ingredient because when I think of this Pokemon, I think like Spooky Ghost Halloween, and a iconic Halloween candy to me actually is the candy corn. Although I've never really had a preference for candy corn, it's just something I think about when I think of like Halloween, you know? But I'm gonna swap out my Pinsir for my Espeon. I know that it's not a favorite berry typing, but this way my Espeon and Umbreon can farm a bit more milk because I'm lacking on that department. Everything else is looking good. I am in no shortage of apples, but Merino is slowly lowering in the production of eggs, which is a little bit concerning. We were doing pretty good, but slowly dwindling. And I don't want to swap up my Skeledirge as I mentioned earlier either. But this is what the team is looking like now. And I also heard that there is a bug for some of you guys where Ghost type helper Pokemon is not bringing in one extra ingredient as it's supposed to. I feel like for mine it is, because I just don't remember my Skeledirge bringing in that much ingredients. And let's take a look at the stats just in case. It is ingredient finding up, but it's energy recovery bonus and berry finding S that were unlocked. I don't have ingredient finder M that's unlocked yet, but yeah. I think this was my first Fuecoco that I caught too, so I was pretty lucky that I could end my search pretty early when the Paldea starters came out. Here is our matcha looking beautiful, and I hope that you guys have been having a good start to your week so far. I actually had quite a rough start on Monday. I noticed that I was getting a little sick just because my nose was constantly runny and my head was a little warm. And then during dance class, I noticed that I was sweating more than usual. And it's a sweat in a way where it's like I know my body was fighting off something. I'm feeling a lot better now, but I hate this season where it gets like drastically cold, the temperature drops. And got some matcha on my hand. But yeah, there's like definitely something getting passed around and everyone's gonna get sick soon. And I wake up, my eyes are dry, my throat is dry, my scalp is dry, like everything is just drying up, you know? So definitely have to readjust my skincare routine. Also make sure I'm being properly hydrated as well. And using an occlusive to seal in everything for my skincare so that I don't have transepidermal water loss, which is when the moisture of your skin is just evaporating and then you look gaunt, you know? Alright, so let's see what everyone encountered today. And I am so curious who is going to get the first shiny Mimikyu, because shiny Mimikyu is so pretty. It's like a grayish, whitish color, very worn down looking because of the cloth that it uses to hide its body. And I would love to catch a shiny Mimikyu myself. I'm thinking today I'm going to use my Mimikyu incense, the first one we got for free. The second one is through the event missions. So hopefully I'll be able to encounter that again. And I'm not going to use a friend incense this time because I think I'm going to be able to just catch it with a bonus biscuit and then a regular biscuit. And that will be my first catch. My goal, fingers crossed, is to catch 2 for this event. Alright, so let's keep on a lookout. It seems like a lot of you guys are encountering the Mimikyus. And then the description is pretty cute also in the commemorative video. Sorry about that noise, there's construction going on outside. But it mimics Pikachu even to the point where it's copying the way it sleeps, which is so cute but also so sad when you know the backstory of Mimikyu. Oh my gosh, Night Fury found a shiny Drifloon. The colors are just so, I don't know, when I look at it, I think it looks so delicious, you know? It looks like it's fruity and juicy, like ramen with lemon, and it just looks so yummy. But it is such a beautiful shiny as well. I totally forgot to tell you guys, on Friday, the Friday that just passed, my boyfriend and I and his sister did an escape room. And it was more like horror themed in a sense, but it was also an interactive escape room, because up until now we've done escape rooms where there's no like cast members or anything that assist you. So this time it was our first time doing a more interactive escape room where someone's interacting with you. So the premise is there's this room that's closed off, and there is a ghost of a maid who died who is trying to get her soul back, and we are helping her get her soul back. And it was so much fun. It gave me the heebie-jeebies because it was dark in there, and it just felt like, it kind of felt like you're in a haunted house, but not, you know, because it is like haunted house themed-ish, but escape room, which makes it so much more fun, and you don't have like creepy people trying to jump scare you or grab your legs. I really don't do well in traditional horror houses because those scare me, and my response to being scared is I freeze. Like, I just freeze up, and it's not good, and I need to work on that. But my biggest fear during that escape room was that someone was going to pop out of somewhere and scare the living daylights out of me. Luckily that didn't happen, but because I had that fear behind the back of my head, it was like anticipation of it, you know? There was this one little corridor where you duck your head to get through the door because there's this little wooden plate. And I remember when we first walked through, I was like, watch your head, everyone. Only to then be the one that hits my head on it because I completely forgot afterwards. So the ghost speaking to us through the intercom told us that we could remove that plank to avoid further injury. And the other thing was, so when you go in, the host comes, and it's kind of like as if we were going there to rent a room at a hotel, and she was telling us how this room is off limits, blah blah blah, and she needed to go get the key, and told us to stay there and to stay put. So she leaves, and then the velvet chain covering the door on the outside to prevent guests from walking through unlocks and falls, and then you hear it click, and you know that that's your cue to go through the doors. So we go in, we're like looking around the room, we're like, ooh, ah, and then all of a sudden you hear the door go poof, like it slams shut. And then me and my boyfriend's sister, we screamed because that was like pretty scary, you know? Like, it was pretty startling. There was a huge wooden desk in the middle with a chair and a triangle mirror behind it and a Ouija board. And my boyfriend and I do not mess with Ouija boards. So we did not want to do like that portion of the puzzles when it came to it because we just watched too many movies and we're too scared. We're too scaredy cats. But it was so much fun. And because of my anticipation of thinking that someone was going to scare me or pop out of nowhere, I was just holding on to that anxiety, right? Until the very last moment when I let my guard down and we win the escape room and we walk out. Suddenly, this person in a black cloak with the hood over their head, walking down like this, storms into the hallway where we were. And I screamed. I freaking screamed. I got so goddamn scared. But at the same time, I just felt like it was such a good release of all that pent-up anxiety and anticipation, and it felt really good after letting out that scream. Oh, MP found a shiny Totodile. Congratulations. It is so beautiful. A water type to show up during this event. Ooh, and look at that. Big loop sleep. I'm trying to see what it's doing with its little flappy arms. And yeah, that was the escape room. I really liked it. I want to do more interactive escape rooms because it was just so much fun. Do I feel that it is, well, my boyfriend thinks that it made it a little bit too easy because they were constantly nudging us in the right direction. And I get it, you know, I get it. But at the same time, I feel that they weave in that aspect so well into the story that it made it feel so much more immersive. So I really liked it. I gotta say, I like it so much. If you haven't yet tried an interactive escape room of some sorts where there's actors involved, I highly recommend that you give it a try. Because in other escape rooms, I feel like it's hard to like really put yourself in the environment and immerse yourself in the room. But I really felt immersed in that experience, and it just felt like you're being transported into something different, and it was just so fun. But that is all of our research community tab. Friends, it seems like I have some people that haven't been playing in a while as well, so I might have to clear up some space, and then I would probably, I know I have some people that I promised that I would add them due to limited space, and I told them that when my friends list clears up a little, I will send you guys a request. So I will be reaching out to you on Discord, but when I have space, I will be sharing my friend code again on Discord. So if you haven't joined, definitely join, please. It's a really great place, and also a really great place to share friend codes. So it'll be first come, first serve there. And yeah, that was what I wanted to talk to you guys about, mainly the horror room stuff. It is really spooky season. I love watching horror stuff, although I'm so scared. It used to be worse when I was younger. Like, worse enough that even the movie scared me. And now I'm a lot better. I also forgot, I mixed up my matcha, but I didn't take a first sip with you guys because I was so busy rambling. But let's take a little sip, our sweet treat of the day. It is so much better than yesterday. I really feel like adding in my normal amount of ice was needed, or I'll say throughout the proportion, because less ice means more oat milk in it, and that kind of just, I don't know, throws off the ratio. But there was another thing horror related I want to talk to you guys about. I think on TikTok there is this thing called peanut butter nutter something. I'll post it over here. This is a brand. It's basically like a peanut shaped cookie, and then there's peanut butter inside. But recently, like, what is going on with their TikTok? Because if you take a look at their TikTok, some of their videos is like, are you guys okay? Is this like a secret message? Although I feel like it's just their new marketing thing, and it's so fun because it's so different, right? It's so different because you wouldn't expect that from a peanut butter cookie brand. And they're definitely getting a lot of eyes on them because of their strange way of doing marketing. But that is a type of horror that I like because it's like a little artistic, a little eerie, a little bit like unsettling, in the sense that you're like, what is going on? I can't keep my eyes off it, but the more I'm putting my eyes on it, the more creeped out I am. And it kind of just reminds me of something you would find on Adult Swim at the unholy hour of the night when you're not supposed to be awake, and then they have that scary stuff, and then you regret your decisions of being up late. But yeah, the spooky holiday season is always fun in that sense. So fun to see certain brands thriving a bit more because that is their main marketing tactic. So brands like that are, I'm sure, having a hoot right now as well. If you haven't checked it out, I'm going to link it in the description so that you can check it out. And thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. Once again, if you haven't joined us in the Discord, please do so. My knuckles. The link is in the description box. I also have a Instagram just to further connect with you guys and share more of a glimpse in my life through photos and like photo dumps. So you see more of like just what I'm up to, you know, like places I go to, pictures I like to take, photos I like to share. So feel free to follow me if you would like to do so as well. Give this video a like, comment, or a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe too if you haven't. I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.